Exodus 25. Gift offered for the dwelling. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites to collect gift offering for me. Receive my gift offerings from everyone who feels want to give. These are the gift offering that you should receive from them: gold, silver, and copper, blue, purple, and deep red yarns, fine linen, goat hair, ram's skins dried red, beaded leather, acacia wood, all from the lambs, spices for the anointing oil and for the sweet smelling incense, gemstones and gems for setting in the priest vast and chaste piece. They should make me a sanctuary so I can be present among them. You should following the blueprint that I will show you for the dwelling and for all its equipment. Instruction for building the chest containing the covenant. Have them make an acacia wood chest. It should be 45 inches long, 27 inches wide, and 27 inches high. Cover it with pure gold inside and out, and make a gold molding all around it. Cast for gold rings for it and put them on each 4 feet, 2 rings on one side and 2 rings on the other. Make acacia wood poles and cover them with gold. Then put the pole into the rings on the chest side and use them to carry the chest. The poles should stay in the chest rings. They shouldn't be taken out of them. Put the covenant document that I will give you into the chest. Then make a cover of pure gold, 45 inches long and 27 inches wide. Make 2 wings, a heavenly creature of hammered gold, one for each end of the cover. Front winged heavenly creature at one and one winged heavenly creature at the other. Place the winged heavenly creature at the cover's two ends. The heavenly creatures should have their wings spread out above, shielding the cover with their wings. The winged heavenly creatures should face each other toward the cover's center. Put the gold cover on top of the chest and put the covenant document that I will give you inside the chest. Where I will meet with you, from there above the cover, from between the 2 wings, heavenly creatures that are on top of the chest containing the covenant. I will deliver to you all that I will deliver to you all that I command you concerning the Israelites. Introductions for the table. Make an acacia wood table, 3 feet long, 18 inches wide, and 27 inches high. Cover it with pure gold and make a gold molding all around it. Make a frame around it that is 4 inches wide and gold molding around the frame. Make 4 gold rings for the table. Fasten the rings for the 4 corners at each 4 legs. The rings that house the pole used for carrying the table should be close to the frame. Make 4 gold rings for the table. Fasten the rings to the 4 corners at its 4 legs. The rings that house the pole used for carrying the table should be close to the frame. Make the poles from acacia wood and cover them with gold. The table should be carried with these poles. Make it plates, dishes, jars, and bowls for pouring drink offerings. Make them for pure gold. Set the bread of the presence of the table, so it is always in front of me. Introduction for the ram stand. Make a ram stand for pure hammered gold. The ram stand's base, branches, cups, flowers, and petals should all be attached to it. It should have 6 branches growing out from each side, 3 branches on the side of the ram's stands, and 3 branches on the other side of the ram stand. One branch will have 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms, each with a flower and petals, and the next branch will also have 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms, each with a flower and petals. So it'll be for the 6 branches that grow out of the ram stands. In addition, on the ram stands itself, there will be 4 cups shaped like almond blossoms, each with each flower and petals. There will be a flower attached under the first pair of branches, a flower attached under the next pair of branches, and a flower attached under the last pair of branches. So it'll be for the 6 branches that grow out of the ram stand. The flowers and their branches will be permanently attached to it. The whole ram stand should be one piece of pure hammered gold. Make its 7 lamps and set up its lamps so that they direct their light in front of the ram stand. You should also make its tongues and fire pans out of the pure gold. All these items should be made from pure gold, weighing 1 kikar. See to it that you make them according to the blueprint for them that you were shown on the mountain. Exodus 26. Instruction for building the dwelling. Make the dwelling with the 10 contains of fine twisted linen and blue, purple, and deep red yarns. Work fingers of winged heavenly creatures into their design. Each curtain should be 42 feet long and each curtain 6 feet wide. All the curtains should be the same size. 5 curtains will be joined to each other as one set, while the other 5 curtains will be joined together as a second set. Make a loop of blue thread on the edge of the outer curtain in the first set. Do the same on the edge of the outer curtain in the second set. Make 50 loops on the one curtain in the first set and 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that is in the second set. The loops should be opposite each other. Then make 50 gold clasps. Join the curtain to each other with the clasps so that the dwelling becomes one whole structure. You should also make curtains of goat hair for a tent over the dwelling. Make 11 curtains. Each curtain should be 45 feet long and each curtain 6 feet wide. The 11 curtains should all be the same size. Join 5 of the curtains together and join the 6 other curtains together. Double over the 6th curtain at the front of the tent. Make 50 loops on the edge of the outer curtain in one set and 50 loops on the edge of the outer curtain in the second set. Make 50 copper clamps. Put the clamps into the loops and join the tent together so that it becomes one whole structure. The extra cloth that is left over from the tent contains, that is, the half curtain that remains should hang over the back of dwelling, 18 inches on one side and 18 inches on the other side of the leftover length of the tent curtains will hang over the two sides of the dwelling to cover it. Then for the tent, make a covering of rams, skins dyed red, and an outer covering of braided leather. Make acacia wood board to stand upright as a frame for the dwelling. Each board will be 15 feet long and 27 inches wide. Put 2 pegs on each board for joining them to each other. Do this for all the dwelling's boards. Make 20 board for the dwelling's southern side. Then make 40 silver spaces to go under the 20 borders. There will be 2 bases under the first board for each 2 pegs, 2 bases under the next board for each 2 pegs, and so on. For the dwelling other side on the north, make 20 boards, and there are 40 silver bases, 2 bases under the first board, 2 bases under the next board, and so on. For the back of the dwelling on the west, make 6 boards. Make 2 additional boards for the dwellings near corners. They should be spread out at the bottom, but joined together at the top with one ring. In this way, these 2 boards will you should make this. In this way, these 2 boards will form the 2 corners, and so there will be 8 boards with their 16 silver bases, 2 bases under the first board, 2 bases under the next board, and so on. You should also make acacia wood bars, 5 for the boards on one side of the dwelling, 5 bars for the boards on the other side of the dwelling, and 5 bars for the board on the back wall of the dwelling on the west. The middle bar, halfway up the board, should run from one end to the other. Cover the board with gold. Make gold rings to house the bars. Cover the bars with gold. Then set up the dwelling according to the plan for it that you were shown on the mountain. Make a veil of blue, purple, and deep red yarns and a fine twisted linen. Work figures of winged heavenly creatures into design. Hang it on. 4 acacia wood posted covered in gold. They should have gold hooks and stand on 4 silver bases. Hang the veil under the cross and put the chest containing the covenant there behind the veil. The veil will separate for you the holy from the holiest space. Place the gold cover on the chest containing the covenant in the holiest space. Place the table outside the veil and set the lampstands opposite the table by the south wall of the dwelling. Place the table by the north wall. Make a scene for the tent entrance of blue, purple, and deep red yarns and of fine twisted linen, decorated with the needlework. Make 5 acacia wood posts for the screen. Cover the post with gold. Their hooks should be gold. Cast 5 copper bases for the post. Exodus 27. Instruction for the altar. Make an acacia wood altar. The altar should be squared, 7.5 feet long and 7.5 feet wide. It should be 4.5 feet high. Make horns for the altar and attach them to it. 1 horn on each of its 4 corners. Cover it with copper. Make pails for removing its sheaths and its shovels, bowls, meat forks, and trays. Make all its equipment out of copper. Make for the altar a grate made of copper mesh. Make 4 copper rings for each of the 4 corners of the mesh. Slide the mesh underneath the bottom edge of the altar and then extend the mesh halfway up to the middle of the altar. Make a acacia wood pole for the altar and cover them with copper. Put the poles throughout the rings so that the poles will be on the 2 sides of the altar when it is carried. Make the altar with planks but hollow inside. All this should be made just as you were shown on the mountain. Instruction for the dwell's courtyard. You should also set up the dwell's courtyard. The courtyard's south side should have drapes of fine twisted linen stretching on 150 feet on the side, with 20 posts, 20 copper bases, and silver hooks and brands for the post. Likewise, along the north side, the drapes should stretch 150 feet, with 20 posts, 20 copper bases, and the silver hooks and band for the post. The courtyard width on the west side should consist of 75 feet of drapes with their 10 posts and their 10 bases. The courtyard width on the front, facing east, should be 75 feet. There should be 22.5 feet of drapes on one side with the 3 posts and 3 bases for them. There should be 22.5 feet of drapes on the other side with 3 posts and 3 bases for them. For the gate into the courtyard, there will be a screen 30 feet long, made of blue, purple, and deep red yarns and of fine twisted linen, decorated with needlework. It will have 4 posts with their 4 bases. All the posts around the courtyard will have silver bands, silver hooks, and copper bases. The courtyard will be 150 feet long and 75 feet wide. Its wall's height will be 7.5 feet of fine twisted linen and its copper bases. All the dwelling's equipment for any use and all its tent pegs and all the contrast tent pegs will be made of copper. Olive oil for the lampstand. You must require the Israelites to bring you pure oil of crushed oils for the light, so that the lamp may be set up to burn continually in the meeting tent, outside the veil that hangs in front of the covenant document. Aaron and his sons will tend the lamp for evening to morning in the Lord's presence. It will be a permanent regulation for the Israelites in every generation.